All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the second of four championship matchups this weekend. We have Ole Miss and Florida in the much anticipated SEC championship game. Mayhem in the booth here alongside Slick. Slick, coming off the last game, how's it going?
Going pretty good, Oh, had a pretty competitive Big Ten title game, 14 points deficit, but I don't know about you, Mayhem, but I'm really excited for this game. I think this game might be a barn burner, and it might be the last one to score wins.
Yeah, I think this certainly will be a close game. I think knowing these teams, I think it might be a little low scoring, but it's going to be interesting. You can see the commitment to the commitment from the Florida Gators there on the uniforms. But this is going to be a great game. I think these are, two of the best teams, obviously, in football. Florida is undefeated this year, and a win here would certainly lock up the one seed for them in the playoffs, whereas Ole Miss, with a win here, put themselves in a position to maybe grab the one seed, depending on what happens in the Big 12 championship game. So definitely a lot on the line here. So, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think's winning this game?
Oh man, this is tough. This is like a coin flip. If you're like doing a coin flip, whoever landed on the heads is or the coin is winning. But oh, if I had to pick, I'm gonna take Florida. I mean that high-powered Gator offense. I mean, I played them being Nebraska, and that high-powered Florida offense is something to mess with. You got like Nick Harbor, I believe is tight end. So yeah, that Gator offense is very high-powered. But it would not surprise me one bit if Ole Miss manages to win this game.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the Florida offense when they get on the field. At first, it will be the Ole Miss Rebels coming out on offense, led by Michael Boger, second-year quarterback here. Won a national championship last year for the Ole Miss Rebels. We'll see what Florida decides to do and how they're going to stop him. These teams have not played each other recently, so it's going to be a good game as Boger gets the carry, and the ball will be in his hands a lot. A gain of 4 here. What do you think the key is, like, for Ole Miss to win this game?
Um, I think you're gonna have to definitely limit possessions. I think for Florida's offense if you want to win, because you give Florida any opportunity to score, you could just boom, they could score in like 2 plays. So I think I could see Ole Miss trying to win the time of possession battle and keep that potent Gator offense off the field.
Yeah, and you'll see here that is Lee up the sideline, Caden Lee, the senior, and great route on the zig there. And this is an Ole Miss team that definitely, I mean, they've proven how good they are when you look at 2 national championship appearances and a win in these games. And we'll see direct snap here to Sama, who bounces, breaks a tackle, good
Oh
run, gain of
wow.
7.
Good play there. Yeah, direct snaps tend to, fool defenses, and I don't think Florida expected that. So, a nice run there for Sama, and a little bit of physicality there at the end, stiff arming and trying to chuck through a linebacker, I believe.
Yeah, I think Florida is definitely known for being a really good offensive team, right? But the defense is not one of the first things that you think of when it comes to this team. And, oh, a lot of motion there.
What
We've
about
seen this a lot with Ole
Barney
Miss.
Jr.? He gives us a Sama, and he's gonna get the first. Yeah, a lot of motion there from Barney Jr. on that far left side of the field.
Yeah, we'll see that a lot. Trying to figure out maybe what the coverage is and see if, maybe there's something that he can, some confusion on the back end as well. But first down already into Florida territory here. Ole Miss with a great start to the drive. And that is,
Ooh,
oh, looked like it
screen.
was off the
Just
helmet of an
unfortunate
offensive lineman.
very fortunate bounce for Ole Miss, because if that goes up into the air, there's like at least a couple Florida defenders that have a good chance of picking it off. So very fortunate bounce there for the Rebels.
Yeah, definitely agree. Here we go. Second and 10. Bogus scrambling. Great contained by Florida. How did he get rid of that? I don't know if he quite left the tackle box. They're not going to call intentional grounding there, but boy, that was one heck of a throw. Just jumped 360 and somehow found it out of bounds here. But these are huge play for both teams. First third down of the entire game here. See what they do.
Big third down. Boger looking to throw. He's got his tight end Johnson over the middle. Gonna juke move, and good play there for the Rebels down to the 12.
Yeah, this is exactly what Ole Miss. When you get the ball first, I mean, regardless of who you are, but especially in a game like this that's going to be so competitive, scoring on your first drive is huge. And Florida, with an opportunity to get him off the field, that didn't quite work, and now we'll have to see. We'll have to see in the red zone here if they can kind of tighten up. This is where Ole Miss traditionally struggled a little bit. Has been red zone offense. And they're going to go quick pass outside, and that's an easy touchdown there. Michael Smith on the outside.
There was nobody within 5 yards of Michael Smith, as he pretty much could have walked into the end zone.
Yeah, I think that is what that motion does, though, but you saw him kind of motion him in and see how the defense reacted, motioned him back out, and then motioned him back in. I think that, just confirming maybe what he saw the first time, but like you said, that cornerback is not out there to defend that flat route, so great job by the Ole Miss offense here, and 7-0. We talked about the Florida offense. They'll have to come out and match here on this first drive.
Yeah, indeed. DJ Langford's gonna come out, led the country in passing touchdowns and passing yards. So Florida's been a very, I believe they've been the most passing team this season in terms of like yardage wise. So we'll see. Oh, they're gonna hand it to Daniels on the first play. Look out! There he goes. Good gain for Daniels there.
Yeah, really strong carry, and I like the tempo here. I think they've got something they like formation-wise. But I like that. You mentioned it, right? When you think of Florida, you think of throwing the football down the field, and what do? They come out on the first play of the game and just power run, and same on the second here. Not quite as successful, but, at least putting the thought in Ole Miss's head that they're going to have to worry about potentially that running game as we go.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, you get the run game going. I mean, it opens the play-action game like we see in many games. So we'll see what Florida can do here on 2nd and 8. Lagway now going to throw. He's going to throw to Daniels out of the back end. Only get 1 yard. Good defense there from the Rebels.
Yeah, and this is 3rd and 7 now. So again, we saw Ole Miss with a big conversion on their first third down. Here comes Florida. Lagway drops back, looking, throws deep, and that's intercepted. And that is Galvin. Boy, I don't know what. That was just throwing up a prayer. I mean, might as well have punted it, I guess. But Lagway, is he crying?
It looked like he was telling his receiver that he should have ran down more of the field, but his receiver had no chance. It was basically just an arm punt. Just an arm punt at that point.
Well, we see this all the time from Ole Miss, this split running back motion. It creates so much havoc on defense, but this is something, again, that we see constantly from this team, and Florida was ready. A loss of 3, great first down play. This is going to be on this defense to respond here. Obviously not the strong offensive possession they would have wanted, but we'll see what happens here. 2nd down, Hala in motion, the throw to him. Down the
look
field,
at this!
He's caught him!
Barney Jr. is going to score! A little trickery from the Rebels!
Ole Miss, Florida has not lost one time this year, and I don't think Florida has trailed much at all this year, and now all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, touchdown on the first drive, a turnover, and then Ole Miss with the, getting in the bag with the touchdown, and now it's 14-0.
Yeah, give credit to head coach there, Jackson Altman. Altman calling a pretty, you don't see very many halfback passes, and that freshman running back has an arm and threw about a 70-yard touchdown. So heads up play there from Jackson. Florida was not expecting that, and it pays off. And blink of an eye, just like you said, Mayhem. It's 14-0 Rebels.
And so I know that obviously, if you're Florida here, though, not too much of, it's not quite panic time yet. Obviously, not a great offensive possession on the first time, but you really do. If you can score here, you'll get the ball back at half, and that is talking about scoring.
That's a card. Just like that, 1 point, and the Gators are back in the game.
Boy, what a play! What an answer! And he hits the Heisman.
hitting the
And
Heisman.
wow, just what a play. Lagway, that was a great throw, great awareness when he caught the ball to spin out of that tackle. And then just green grass. I mean, once a card gets going, you can't stop him. And just, wow, just like that, 14-7. Slick, you talked about it earlier, high scoring. I know I kind of counted against that, but this certainly has the makings of a
Yeah,
shootout here in
we've
the
had
SEC Championship.
we've had 3 plays within the last minute, and 2 of them have been touchdowns.
Absolutely. So, Florida, though, at some point, down by a touchdown still, they're going to have to get a stop. So the question is can they get it now? And, we'll see. Ole Miss, only not
Looks
a lot of
like
time here. Boy, coming out
they
of the huddle,
may
you
have
don't like to see this.
one on the play clock. They get it off. Wow, that's very close. Sama in the carry is gonna get 3. They're lucky to get that off.
Yeah, I mean, 3-yard gain instead of 1st and 15, Joe. Ole Miss here looks like they're going to stay in the same formation. Yeah, nice run by Sama there. And this is what Ole Miss does, is just 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards of play. I've played them twice in the national championship. I mean, it is just you have to find a way to get a negative play, but they do a great job of just not allowing you to do that. So 2nd and 7, Boger in the backfield, flip to
Oh, look at
Sama,
this,
flips
more
it back.
trickery from Ole Miss. He's got it wide open down the field. Apollo again, it's Caden Lee. The senior's going to score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Michael Boger might be the quarterback on this team, but this freshman Akpala is 2 for 2 for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is unbelievable. Ole Miss is coming out, pulling every stop out of the bag here to win the SEC championship. There was some talk about, how much this game was going to matter to both these teams and, with playoff seeding, but Ole Miss has come out to play, and I think that's now 5 plays that we've 6, 7 plays and 4 touchdowns that we've seen, just here in the first quarter. And what a game this is shaping out to be. But now again, it's on Florida. It's on Florida to answer.
Again, you just said it. Ole Miss is that we've seen that play twice, and both have turned into touchdowns. I mean, I give credit to Jackson. He's pulling out, like stuff I don't think I've seen him do in the regular season, but come a conference title game, and he's pulling out all the stops to win the SEC. You see Mazzell over the middle for a Gator first down.
And if, Florida's definitely a team that can kind of play from behind, and, they certainly have that ability. Now they're going to go deep.
Out. That's Smith. What a catch. I believe is that Jeremiah Smith? Yeah, that is Jeremiah Smith.
It is. Transfer from Ohio State, and boy, there are a lot of mouths to feed for DJ Lagway, but he finds a way to get everyone involved.
Yeah, indeed. As we did not. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith, the former Buckeye transfer, along with a bunch of other transfers that the Gators have picked up. Lagway now scrambling. Good coverage there from Ole Miss. Going to take off. Ooh, break a hit and get a gain of 7.
Yeah, lucky not to fumble. Kind of got bailed out with that second hit, just shoving him out of bounds. I feel like they would have, Ole Miss might have, the defensive coordinator might have wanted him to stand up, keep him inbounds, and let someone else take a shot at him. But that's a gain of 7, which actually turned into a good play for Florida. Now it's, going to be 2nd and 3, and I think if you're Florida, you have to be thinking touchdown, though, in this possession. I mean, you have not shown any signs of stopping Ole Miss, and it's time to they've got to answer here, I think, with 6 points.
Yeah, indeed. You see the SEC's, all 6 teams in the SEC, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Florida, they've all, the SEC's just loaded. Same with the Big Ten. One of the best conferences in all of college football.
Yeah, a lot of debate. Jeremiah Smith.
Touchdown, Florida.
Former Big Ten player. But this is, the SEC definitely has a lot of talent. I mean, you're looking at these 2 teams, no matter what will make it. Tennessee will make it. Ole Miss. Mississippi State. Little brother to Ole Miss after losing the Egg Bowl. They will, make it. The big question is Texas sitting there right now. They need one team to drop out, and they would be the team to stop in, and that would be 5 SEC teams which, obviously would be great for them. I think we've got three Big Ten teams coming in, so, this should, I think we'll see, the two best conferences well represented as we hit the playoffs here. But what does Florida have to do to finally stop Ole Miss? What do you think? What do you think we need here?
I know it's tough because Ole Miss is like they're pulling playbooks out that I don't think I've seen Jackson do, but I think you just gotta just kind of get into the mind of what they're gonna do. As they see Alton McCaskill, I believe that's the former Arizona State running back, transfer from ASU with the first down carry.
Yeah, another really nice run here, and we've got 21-14. Ole Miss is really looking strong, and Florida has just had no answer. They got to a third down one time. Other than that, though, Ole Miss has really been able to do what they want.
Again, you see the it looks like they're in a speed option with Boger and Akpala. Again, you're seeing a lot of. Again, you said it earlier, man. This very well-known formation, the two running backfield with Akpala, Sama, and like McCaskill. So.
Yep. Here we are, 2nd and 9. And Boger in trouble!
Goes down.
Huge play for this Florida defense here. This is exactly what they needed. 3rd and 18. But this is where you cannot give up a first down if you are Florida. You have to get off the field here. If Ole Miss can convert things like that, you're gonna put yourself in a bad spot. So 3rd and 18, we'll see. We'll see what they go with here.
Boger, a lot of changes at the line, audibling his receivers. Looks like a vertical. Boger gonna throw down the field. That's Samuel one-on-one, and it's incomplete. Knocked down.
Boy, that ball spent a lot of time in the air. If Jeremiah Smith might have been able to get his head around a little faster, he could have made an unbelievable catch there when that ball was popped up. But now it's going to be up to Hicks here, and we'll see him punt it. This is not a great punt.
That was the stop Florida needed, and well, they got it there on the 3rd and 18 stop.
They sure did, and maybe a little frustrated. You saw that hit. I mean, that was not a great punt, but great coverage there. Just absolutely lowering the shoulders sharp. But this is Florida right here. This is to get them back in the game. Remember, you get the ball coming out of half here, and all it takes is one play, and it's a tie game. So we'll see what they go with here.
Lagway's gonna go down. Took a little bit of a big hit there.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, the top passing touchdown to Lagway, 56, led the nation.
Yeah. And,
definitely a lot of really good names up there.
Barry and Brown for USF. We'll see them later on when they play Kansas State in the Big 12 title game.
Here we go. 2nd and 18. Lagway looking, throws. Got a man. It's Daniel. Over the middle.
His running
did a lot of movement in open space without anyone really near him, but maybe got a yard on that, but nonetheless, Lagway, what a throw.
Yeah. There was like nobody within 20 yards of Daniels there. Nice throw there from Lagway, and fresh set of downs for the Gators at the Rebel 42. Daniels on the carry gets 1.
Yeah, I think this is a good strategy if you're Florida. I know that the passing game, but just keeping Ole Miss honest with running the football and forcing that to be a thought, I think only is going to help them as they go. So 2nd down and 9 here, looking, got a man, it's a touchdown!
Touchdown! Ooh. And well, just like that, we got a tie game here in the SEC title game.
We do, extra point pending. But, man, every time this kid touches the ball, it is just lightning. I mean, what a catch. Great throw by Lagway, showing you why he is the passing touchdown leader in this realm of college football. And just like that, we talked about now Florida's tie game, and now it's going to be up to Ole Miss to answer. But boy, 21-21 here. We've still got 2.5 minutes to play before we even get to halftime.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, folks tuning in, if you expected fireworks in this game, well, this is the game for you. You know, we have almost 60 points combined here in the first half, 21 apiece. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
been strong. You saw the total yards pop up there, just completely even, and that's the great thing. This is a great matchup. We talked about it. The line on this game was 1.5 in favor of Florida. I mean, this is two even teams, and we are certainly seeing, just how evenly matched these two teams are here. Good 3 yards from Ole Miss, and we'll see what they come out with here
Yeah,
on
indeed.
2nd and 7.
You got two running backs. Florida's gonna send a man deep. Oh, they're gonna go with that halfback pass again, but this time, oh, what's the flag? It's gonna be.
I think
It
that's
may.
intentional grounding.
I think it
The
was
game does have
grounding.
it where you can't throw the ball away.
Yeah, this can
Yeah,
be
that's going to
grounding
be
on
intentional
Ole
grounding.
Miss.
You can't throw the ball away when you do those halfback pass plays, so that is the danger. Florida ready for it there. That was a great job by that defense, and this is a huge play for Florida to really take control of this game here. 3rd and 16. Boger's got
Gonna
to throw it.
throw.
Triple coverage. Incomplete.
Almost came. I thought he almost came down with
I
that.
thought
It
he
looked
caught
like
that
he
for a second
did.
too. Man,
I thought for a split second he caught that in like quadruple coverage. That would have been an amazing grab. But yeah, just like you said, Florida gets the ball to start second half. So a score
he's
here.
either
Oh, it's
throwing.
a fake
He's
punt!
throwing. It's deep. It's
What?
caught.
That's point! Are you kidding
He
me?
caught it.
Jackson is pulling out all the stops. A fake punt at his own like 5-yard line. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. That kicker might have to pick up somewhere. That was like a 60-yard throw. Absolute dime.
Oh my!
Look at this.
That's a beauty of that's a beauty of a spot. Wow, that is Jackson. Like I
Put that
said,
kid in a quarterback.
Jackson is pulling out all the stops. I was not expecting a fake punt at the 5-yard line. Wow.
No, I mean, he threw that from his own end zone. If he doesn't get that, I mean, it is. You're not talking like he's got the ball in your territory. You're talking he's got the ball inside your 10-yard. So, I mean, like you said, Ole Miss, every
wow.
trick in the book right now. And that's just how much this game means to both these teams.
Yeah. Don't see fake punch very often, especially in your own end zone, but you know, it works. Boger gonna scramble and get about 30 and go out of bounds.
Yeah, good first down there for Boger. Good run. And this is the cat and mouse, right? Of now, it's 21-21. If you're Ole Miss, you got to kind of stagger the touchdown with Florida getting the ball at half, right? You want to be up so that Florida scores. You still got the ball, in a position to take the lead. If you're Florida, even if you can hold them to 3, a touchdown flips it in your favor, then kind of going back the other way. So, oh boy, that
Wow.
was.
What a shot. Yeah, the HPL Discord chat is going crazy off that fake punt from Jackson in his own territory. That was, wow.
Boy, that safety came all the way down from the line of scrimmage, absolutely blew up the screen, but you really wish you would have somehow gotten maybe that ball tipped in the air or an interception.
And look, they might sneak it here. Florida played it well, just the linebacker couldn't get in there in time to stop him.
Yeah, it's hard when you only need like a quarter of a yard, right? It's hard to make that stop. It's
Ole Miss calls the timeout.
Yeah, a little surprised to see Ole Miss take the timeout there. I get that you want to save some time on the clock, but this is going to set them up with a minute to go. One or two an incomplete pass here, and Florida's going to get the ball back with time. So we'll see, though.
Man in motion. He's got circle on that drag grab. Barney Jr. scored earlier. He's going to score again. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that is a huge play. I mean, I still can't get over the fake punt on the first drive. I mean, that is – but to answer with a touchdown here is huge. Now, Ole Miss gets that 7-point lead back, but this is where it's interesting. This is what I was talking about with the timeout. If Florida can score here, even if it's a field goal, they put themselves in the position to where if they can score out of half, they'll be in the lead. And they're going to have 3 timeouts, 53 seconds with one of the greatest offenses that college football has ever seen. And so this is a little bit of the danger here. If Ole Miss can get a stop, it's going to be huge. But if Florida can answer, this is an opportunity for them to really, make a make a big move in terms of the overall chess match of this game, but I just still cannot get over that
Yeah,
fake punt.
I looked up in the stands after that play happened, and all the Florida fans just like sat down in their seat after that. I still can't. Oh, that's a dangerous throw, but a 30-yard completion there for Lagway.
Yeah. I know it's a dangerous throw, but boy, you got a card out there. His hands are unbelievable, and nice catch on the sideline. We talk about his big play, but
yeah, a guy we have not mentioned yet has been Nick Harbor. He's been has no catches so far.
That's true. Say his name and he appears. Could be the case. Lagway definitely making some adjustments here. 2nd and 7, drops back, looking. He's going to step up. Does not want to run it. Now does. And Lagway shimmies out of bounds at the 40 there. That was a great play. Maybe would have liked to see him commit to the run a little earlier. I know you're trying to get a throw down the field. But DJ Lagway, and that's what makes him so dangerous, right, is the legs along with that arm. I mean, just so much you have to worry about on defense.
Yeah, I can totally agree. Lagway looking to... Oh, he playmaker. Oh, that's intercepted by Sharp. He was looking for Jeremiah Smith, the transfer from Ohio State. And, well, now this changes things because Ole Miss can now go up 2 scores before the half ends.
And if you're DJ Lagway, the one thing you could not do was turn the football over. If there's one thing you can't... And I think, again, he forces the throw. He has the run. You have 3 timeouts. And I know you're trying to make a big play. But, man, you just like you said, you're just so far behind the 8 ball now. And here's McCaskill. And Ole Miss really can just kind of play for the 3. But this is not an easy field. I mean, they're asking for a 60-yard field goal from this distance.
No,
so
yeah. Most college kickers, 60. Wow. Wow. He got speared. That's Kelby Collins, the senior right end from Alabama. It just came in like a missile.
Yeah, and timeout here. I think Ole Miss trying to strategically play this to where they'll get one more play.
I mean,
Kelby they're out of field goal range now. I mean, that was like an 8-yard loss. This is going to be huge. But 9 seconds to go. Ole Miss, you got to think you want to try and get this maybe inside the 35. You got the timeout, so you definitely don't have to get out of bounds. But Boger throwing up, it is intercepted. Here we go, Florida.
Thornton, look out! He's gonna look to return, and no, that's just gonna take it to the half. Whew, man, I need a drink or something. That was a very entertaining first half. I still can't get over that fake punt. I mean,
yeah. Oh, incredible. Man. So, well, now Florida here, it's a big stop from the defense because you're going to go from being potentially down by 2 scores. You're only down 7. If you're Ole Miss, you're still kind of in the driver's seat. If you're flat, now they're going to go the outside kick.
Look at this. Jackson, I'm telling you, he's putting out all the stops. Well, we've seen this in the
Florida
Super Bowl
not
with the
call
Saints before.
But
and
they
Florida's
going
to pick it up. Almost going to be able to return it. We've seen that, reminiscence of the Saints and Colts Super Bowl from years ago. Sean Payton dialed up an onside kick in the second half to begin the game, and it worked. But Jackson pulling, like I said, Jackson's been pulling it out. And if that would have worked, Lagway, ball, I think may have just slipped out of his hands on that way. I was saying it slipped out of his hands. I can read his, body. He said it slipped out of his hands, so...
Yeah, so Lagway has made, obviously a whole half to go. He's made a couple of really, not so great throws, unfortunately. But he's also kept them in the game as much as, he's struggled. And there's another big throw.
Speaking of Nick Harbor, I mentioned him earlier, had no catches, and there's his first catch of the day.
Yeah, great throw. Corner route is always an effective play, and Florida already, and this is Ole Miss. I know that Ole Miss is an all or nothing, team, but the onside kick, I get it. I know you're trying to steal a possession, but now Florida's got the ball. They're inside the 10-yard line now. This is going to be, where it's going to get interesting here, but Florida has to score 6 here. I don't think Florida can trust their defense to get a stop. So this is all or nothing. You need a touchdown here if you're the Gators. And
I agree. Yeah,
second and
totally. Oh,
7.
okay. Gave us Katie
Oh,
Daniel. He's gonna go jumping over. It looks like a man, and he's gonna get enough for the first down.
there was a man on the ground tried to hurdle him, and I don't just in the middle of the field. I don't know if that's quite the decision. I know you're trying to not get ripped up, but
Oh, look at this.
really
It's
lucky to hang on to that.
Little wildcat direct snap to Daniels, and that's gonna go nowhere. Yeah, that hurdling like that in the middle of the field is dangerous because if you fumble, there's like 5 Ole Miss defenders right there to pick it up. So that was a very dangerous hurdle.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw Florida. You mentioned the Wildcat taking a little page out of the Miami playbook. Speaking of Miami, they will be also in the ACC championship later, hopefully tonight. Another playoff team, and so we'll see here though. Florida ducking and goal and
an RPO.
Great
Oh, that's
throw.
great play fake. An RPO, Jeremiah Smith, his second TD of the game. And just like that, pending the extra point, we have another tie ball game.
We certainly do. And man, if you're this is every time you think Ole Miss might pull away or Florida has a chance to change the momentum, we just find ourselves right back at this standstill. 28-28 here.
Yeah, again,
And now Ole Miss got it back.
Again, that onside from Ole Miss, I don't really. I mean, I like the call considering you want to steal a possession, but yeah, you gave Florida, I mean, short yardage to work with, and well, now we have a tie game.
And so, man, Ole Miss, here we go. Boger in the backfield. Looks like, I think that's Lanningham over there. Gonna move in motion. They will put out 2 of them. And oh boy, missed block by the running back there. Great play by Bryce Thornton.
Great play, yeah. Running again, those plays are always so hard to judge. I mean, yeah, Akpala, I believe, or the running back, if he blocked him, he probably would have gone for quite a while. But great play there from Thornton to blow that up.
Here we go. Boger's gonna roll out. He's looking, gonna take off, run with it. Nice gain of 6. So that'll at least set it to 3rd and 9. Knowing Ole Miss, I would think this is 4-down territory for them. I certainly don't think, unless they get nothing. Yeah. But I think they're thinking here to maybe get something and set themselves up for 4th. Empty backfield here for Boger. And here he is, drops back and throws it deep. Lanningham got his step.
Lanningham, he's got him.
What a throw, Boger.
What a beauty of a throw from the sophomore Michael Boger.
I've seen teams have 3 or 4 running backs before. I have not seen teams have 3 or 4 punters, running backs, and kickers that can absolutely throw dimes out of the backfield.
McCaskill, the transfer from ASU, almost scored, gets down to the 2. Yeah, this is, I think, the only team I've seen that can have a kicker and a punter throw like a 70-yard bomb for a first down. But yeah, here we are.
So Boger right back. He's going to sneak. I have to imagine this is going to be, yep, we've seen this before from Ole Miss. Once they get you in the formation that they want, maybe that Philadelphia influence with the tush push here.
What do you call this? The rebel push? You can't call it the Philly tush because they aren't from Philadelphia, but there it is, touchdown.
Just as effective, and that is one of those things that if, I just think Florida just a little unprepared. The quarterback sneak has worked a couple of times. We've seen a lot of people be able to stop the sneak, but the Gators haven't. And again, it's going to be on DJ Lagway to put that dark visor on indoors and make some throws to tie this game up. And here we go, kickoff, and looks like it will be a traditional one here from Ole Miss. Yeah. But you never know. And here we go, Lagway. Got to come out and make a play here. And you see Florida's season just 13 attempts average for about 70 yards today. They've ran it 9 times for about 40. They're just about on pace of what you typically see. But not going to get a lot of rushing yards when you line up with 4 wide receivers and a tight end here. So Lagway certainly making some adjustments. Ole Miss moving around as well. 2-man rush. Lagway has plenty of time. Plenty of time. Got
wide
him,
open is Mazzell. Mazzell, juke move.
Oh!
Swerving, touchdown, Gators. Oh, wow.
Mizell. Only thing fancier than that gritty footwork was his footwork out there on the field, because he put that corner in a blender to make that shake, and oh my god, just like that, it is 35-35.
Wow, this is, wow. Oh man, this might for real be whoever gets the ball last is gonna score. I mean, we're seeing touchdowns in 2 and 3 plays. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah, so 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is 35-35. And wow, I mean, just this, you think back to SEC football, you think of Alabama 14-7. This is a new age of SEC football here. This is arena football out in the SEC, 35-35, and we'll see Ole Miss get back into that traditional formation. And
King Jr.
Nice job.
Luther King Jr. is injured on the play.
Yeah, he is down in Memphis here. Oh, we're not in Memphis. We are in Atlanta.
we are in Georgia, so we are not. Georgia is.
Yeah, Martin Luther King has not always been the one standing up out in these states, and we'll see him on the ground again here, unfortunately. But we'll wish him a speedy recovery. I know his dream is definitely to play in this game. So it's second down and 10.
On the play clock. Oh, look out. It's another running back. Is that McCaskill? Oh, no, it's intercepted.
Morgan with the pick. He's going to turn around. He's going to make a man miss. Oh, I thought he had it out of the hand. It looked like.
That safety Dexter Morgan got over there. Wow, he got over there quick.
Wow, and this is going to be a pivotal drive now, Florida, because now this is your chance. Florida has not led for 1 second in this football game. This is their chance, and they're going to run it here with Daniels and just not a lot. Ole Miss prepared. Looks like our buddy Martin Luther King Jr. just got got a shot in his elbow, and looks like he's going to be back on the field at some point today, so that's good news there. And so here we go, second and 9.
Big drive for Florida. Yeah, like you said, they've trailed all game, so if they score here, they can take the lead. Lagway looking to audible. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And Katie Daniels in the backfield. Lagway gonna throw. What's he looking for? Oh, down the middle. Oh, what a catch! Spin move! Jeremiah Smith, are you kidding me?
I mean, how can you stop that? He's draped. He's all over him, but you just can't. 6'3", 230, whatever he is. You just can't stop that.
I mean, you watch Jeremiah Smith in Ohio State in real life, and you'd be like, wow, that guy's a baller. You see the catch he just made. Oh, wow, another. Look, that ball just slipped out of Lagway's hands again.
Yeah, it looked like an RPO, and you see the tight end kind of get bumped, and then he's not where he wants to be. Ironically, might have saved him from. Nick Harbor might be in the hospital if he actually catches that ball. So maybe Lagway throwing it away there if you give him the benefit of the doubt. But second and 10 here. We got 40 seconds to go. Lagway. And he had his man, saw him over the right. But he had him. A card was open down there, and 40 seconds to go here. And this is a third and 10. And these are the plays that determine the outcome of these games. When they're high scoring, when it's all on the line, who can convert on third and 10? Lagway in trouble. Shakes one, but sacked. And this is...
First one. Can't break the second. Oh, Lagway a little slow to get up. Oh, if Lagway is injured, that would be huge.
Yeah, maybe just a little shaken up.
Oh, it's blocked!
It's blocked! It's on the ground! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
One player you would would have wanted to pick up a loose ball. It's Nick Harbor.
Oh my gosh, man. We just about almost witnessed probably the most craziest play in HPL history if that would
I
have
almost
scored a
broke the
touchdown.
sound barrier. I would have gone subatomic if he would have spun out. But nonetheless,
Oh
Ole
my
Miss gets their
gosh.
stop. And boy,
Casco,
Florida's defense in this second half has really been improved.
Yeah, they seem to have been playing better. You know, I mean, I'm sure the defensive coordinator hasn't been very happy, but you know.
I mean, look at the stats. 350 to 325 on the passing yard. I'm sure if you flip the run yards, Ole Miss has those by at least 25. I mean, this game has been. You can't ask for a better championship game. We've got 6 minutes of football to play. It is 35-35. This is going to be incredible down the stretch.
Yeah, I agree. As Boger looking to throw, looks like he's just gonna take off. That's probably the smart decision. Oh, took a little.
Boy, that looked like a late hit.
Wow.
No play. What? Clearly out of bounds. Gets absolutely flattened.
And the side judge was right there too. I'm surprised that's not a flag. Wow.
That was right. Letting them play.
And that was right on the Florida bench too. Wow.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Looking. Oh, he intercepted!
McCray! Can he take it back? He's cut back inside, but he's not gonna score. But Florida has it to 28.
Oh my God, LJ McCray with the hand in the dirt. When the play starts, he jumps out wide. Boga did not see him. I think he got a little locked on because even if that ball wasn't intercepted by McCray, they were right there. But what a play by the D lineman getting the hands up.
Well, now the offensive were making plays. Now it's there goes Daniels, nice move. It's been the offense scoring. Now the defense and special teams have tried a blocked field goal, and now an interception.
This is incredible. KD Daniels, that's a great play. Love that by Florida. Slow it down. I mean, we need to take a breath up here. I can't imagine the players.
I know. That's
touchdown,
Mizell. There is a flag. It might be. It's going to be a OPI. Wow, offensive pass interference.
Nick Harbor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so far away from the play. I just don't think.
Oh man. See, that's a play. You're on the other side. That's a play that you just can't have, especially if it's a pass interference call.
Yeah, but here we go. So 1st and 20. At least it's still 1st down. Always makes that a little less tragic. But here we go. Lagway certainly moving his players around. Looking. Deep corner. It's Harbor. No. Looked for him, and that was a good throw. Harbor looked like he lost it a little bit in the air. He was a little late. He got kind of cut over and try to make the catch. You see him.
That's a good play call. I mean, you know, fastest guy on your team. You know, just pretty much a straight shot to the end zone.
And so here we go.
It looked like Harbor did looks like he lose track of it. So 2nd and 20 now for the Gators. It's a big defensive drive for Ole Miss.
Lagway looking, got some space. He's gonna run with it. Lagway, slide. I was not sure if he was going down or not there.
A little bit of Ole Miss may have touched him after, but making sure he's just down. So.
And so this is 3rd and 9. I mean, it's a really interesting situation if you're Florida. I know that you want the touchdown, but 3 points puts you kind of in the driver's seat again. But I mean, you're playing in these games. Here we go. 3rd and 9. Lagway, 1-man rush. He throws. It's knocked away.
That's a great play. Terry Cunningham, the sophomore.
Now we will see the field goal unit out here, and this is going to be for Florida finally take the lead. First time this game. The kick is up. It is good.
Good.
38-35. This is now Ole Miss. They have to answer. This is the first time they've been behind. Do you think this changes things for Ole Miss, or what do you expect here from this?
I think they just continue doing, but I don't know. Florida's defense has they've shut down this offense for the most part in the second half. So I think maybe you see, you know, Jackson do something different here on this drive, but we shall see what happens. Looks like Boger's lining up under center, so.
Yeah, this Ole Miss offense, and that is going nowhere. I think it is worth pointing out. you mentioned kind of keep doing their same thing. Well, you got to remember in the first half, what was Ole Miss's thing? Ole Miss's thing was a trick play, trick play, trick play.
Yeah, we
And
have
now
not
all of a
said
sudden, since they've had to go more conventional, it feels like they just haven't had the same pop on offense.
Yeah, I mean, you could say trick play. We've had two running back passes, a punter throwing an 80-yard bomb down the field. I mean, what's next? You're gonna throw your kicker out there on like a fake field goal?
Don't tempt him; he'll do it. Lanningham, great catch.
Speaking of a play, great play there. Landingham wide open down the middle.
Yeah, it's a great catch, and it is. Boy, here we go. And now Ole Miss kind of creeping toward that field goal range. This is going to be McCaskill.
You did
nice
see
run.
a couple plays ago, Jackson did switch out. Sama, I believe, got taken out as he was so gassed. Honestly, a good decision because you don't want to lose any good players, especially going into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these teams will make the playoff. This game, there's flag on the field. Akpala breaks a tackle.
Arm. I think that's coming back, though. I think it's a hold.
Yep, it is. Ethan Fields. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Might as well just erase your first down play. And that really, I mean, Ole Miss was clearly in field goal range. Akpala has really put this team on his back. I mean, you look at how much he's been responsible for today. But 2nd and 10, here we go. Boger drops, looking, running away.
And gonna read for the first. Wow.
Gets the first. And boy, what a strip attempt there by 22. Came in hot looking for the ball. Great job by Boger to just hang on to it, but then also get the first down. And 2:20 on the clock here. Pushing field goal range, not quite there. We'll see. Looks like Ole Miss might be taking a little bit of time, making this the last possession of the game.
I honestly, not a bad decision considering that Florida could go down and potentially win the game if you score too quickly.
And a flag. Delay game here on Boger. That is, I don't know if there was just miscommunication on the sideline. It looked like they were pretty lined up and just kind of waiting for the clock to go down. Then all of a sudden,
they may have. It also could be they didn't realize. They may have thought that it was running with the 2-minute clock, and it was just going to hit the 2-minute warning. Yeah. So it very well could have had that too. Johnson with the catch, no out of bounds. We hit the 2-minute timeouts. Boy, this game is. Well, I said it might be the last one to score wins, and well, it looks like it may be coming down to this.
It might just be, and Boger here, Akpala in the backfield. Here we are, first down. 2nd and 10 here, and Akpala sneaks out. He's got the screen, got some blockers. Down the field, he is inside the 35, down to the 33. John Akpala going to pick up a nice gain here, and it certainly looks like Ole Miss is playing this a little bit for the last possession of the game here, but it's a dangerous game because all it takes is one mistake. Florida's got the ball back. Here they go. Boger in trouble. Ooh. Throws it away. And
good coverage there from the Gators. He had nobody. Yeah. I think he was looking for that tight end or that drag route over the middle, and it was just covered up.
Yeah, great discipline there by the linebackers to take that away. And here we are, 2nd and 10, looking. Boger throwing. It's caught. McCaskill. Double coverage, but he just, basketball player just boxed him out.
It looked like Boger wanted McCaskill to keep going towards the end zone, and he stopped, but he got the first down.
Sama back in the game here. 1st and 10. They'll hand it to him. Sama ripped down.
Under a minute to go. Now, if you're Florida, when do you start calling timeouts if you're Florida?
I think if you're Florida, you can't afford to. You have to just hope that you can get the stop for the field goal at this point. It's just 20 seconds to go. I mean, here we go, 2nd and 10. Here we go.
Landingham.
Oh, he's out of bounds. Out at the 1. And so you saw the DB let him score, but then Landingham runs out. They are playing for the last score. But if you're Florida, you've got to let go here.
That is smart IQ from the receiver, realizing the DB was going to let you score. Wow.
And he's in!
Touchdown, Ole Miss! But I've mentioned before, this Florida offense is potent, and they have 19 seconds, so I wouldn't count the Gators out of this game.
No, 19 seconds, 3 timeouts, which means you have the whole field. And I mean, I think if I go back and think about it, we've had what 3 1-play touchdowns from Florida alone. Like this is not over by any stretch. But if you're Florida, you know what you need. You know you got to score a touchdown. If you're Ole Miss, you're defending against the touchdown. 20 seconds to go. The greatest offense ever assembled in college football to win an SEC championship. What more could you ask for on the biggest stage?
Yeah, it's all coming down to it, you know. We've had this might be one of the greatest games I've ever watched or commentated. This has been by far one of the best games I've seen.
Timeout Ole Miss
And
didn't like
Ole
something they
Miss,
saw. Man, you've
yeah, it,
seen
it
Florida.
looked
I
like
mean,
they
they are
came
committed.
out
They are
and
not messing around. There is no question of what is going on. They're coming out with 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, an empty backfield, and they're going to put the ball in DJ Lagway's hands and let him make plays.
yep, I would watch a card here. He's been making plays all day.
So, well,
Deep,
Harbor.
it's intercepted.
And here comes Squires. He's going to celebrate.
Oh, he's gonna celebrate! Oh, got a hit stick! He almost fumbled from an offensive lineman. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he took that one personal. Now, this there's 7 seconds to go. I mean, I know Florida has 3 timeouts. I don't think it's going to really matter.
Barring a magical fumble or something.
And they're going to come out and kneel it. So 5-4. Florida not going to call a timeout.
Wow, that's going to do it. Ole Miss is going to win the SEC.
SEC champions. Wow,
Oh, man.
what a game.
What a game. I can finally take a breather for a second. My gosh.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Well, let's not wait. Let's go to the interview process. And I think we've got the Ole Miss coach, Jackson Altman, standing here. Jackson, do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
Man, I mean, I'll give you the floor. What a game. What a job by this offense. But just talk to me about your first half offense, your first quarter offense there, and the risks you took and the plays that you made.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's offense is nothing to mess around with, so in order to score, my offense hasn't been great this season, so I had to bring out all the tricks.
Absolutely. Obviously, your third straight SEC championship here. What does that say about the program that you've built and the players that you have?
Yeah, I mean, all the players buy into my game plan, and just happy I'm not going to get knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's definitely true. Slick, do you have anything for him?
Yeah, okay. I know me and Mayhem, when this play happened, we're going absolutely ballistic in the booth. Take us through that fake punt. I mean, you're at your own, 5-yard line. Was that the plan all along, to fake punt it in your own territory there?
No, I came out in a punt formation, but I saw something I liked, so I changed to a fake. I didn't know my punter had the arm that he had, but
I mean, yeah, me and Mayhem were going ballistic, talking about how you should just throw him at quarterback. He threw like a 70-yard bomb down the field. I mean, that was crazy. But yeah, I don't really have anything else. Mayhem, do you have anything else?
Last question. I'll go with Jackson here. Jackson, obviously you are defending your championship. You are the reigning champion of the league. What is, looking forward to the championship, what do you guys need to do to win a second straight national championship?
I mean, I think the way we played today, obviously defense was not very good today. We got the pick when we needed it, but I think as long as we avoid Florida, I feel pretty good. I don't know if anyone else has an offense like that.
Absolutely. Well, looks like Ole Miss is likely slotted into the number 2 seed, depending on the Big 12 championship game. But let's talk to Pablo. Pablo, do you have a copy here?
Yeah.
Obviously, a tough loss. What just walk us through there that last drive. Obviously Lagway had a couple of mistakes, but especially that last drive, kind of take us through. Did you feel confident that you guys could score, or what kind of went wrong there?
Well, on the last drive, of course, I'm confident I can score, but going 75 yards in 17 seconds on probably a top 2 defense in the country, I think it was a stretch. But I tried to underthrow Nick Harper and bring him back to the ball, and Lagway kind of overthrew it a little bit. But I mean, it is what it is. We're in the playoffs. It's not. I'm not really
Yeah,
upset about this game.
absolutely.
I just had
do you
fun.
feel like do you feel like this loss at all, like heading into the championship, heading into the playoff, like do you feel like this slows you down a little bit? Obviously 12-0 in the regular season, but to lose this conference championship game moving into the playoffs, do you feel like, that is going to have any impact on this team or your confidence moving forward?
No, no. I think that I figured out what worked on defense towards the end of the game, or actually after the first quarter. And besides the trick plays, I don't feel like I did that bad, but I think I figured something out, and we'll be okay.
Absolutely. Schleck, I'll throw it over to you.
Yeah. So as you know, we look into the playoff bracket now. Is there any team in mind that kind of intrigues you that you would want to face in the playoffs? As we start to head towards the finalizing matchups after the conference title week.
Uh, I'm gonna say I'm not scared of playing anybody, but I'm not gonna say there's definitely people I'd rather play, and I'll leave those to your imagination. I'm not naming them.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
what a game. First, congratulations to both of you guys, obviously making the playoffs. But what a performance for both these schools. We've got 2 games left. We'll see when those come down the pipe. I think we've got the Big 12 championship scheduled to be in a couple of hours, so that will certainly be exciting. But from Slick and Mayhem here, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching one of the all-time classic games here in HPL. Ole Miss pulls out the win, secures potentially the number 2 seed in the playoff. Meanwhile, Florida will look to bounce back and make a deep playoff run, and hope you all have a great day.
Can't we get this stream off the air, bro?